Hello, this is Adrian Jimenez for 360 Team Tech channel. Today we're going to talk about why I chose to go with the 350Z platform for drifting, the beginner side of the drifting. I believe that 350Z is a very good platform. Well, this is what I wrote. As I say, this is 350Z, even 370C, but of course 370C are a little bit pricey for now. I think that you can find a very good options over there in the market, that you can have a very good car, and you can have even a little bit more torque and power on a stock form, and you can have a good chassis too. So that is a good option, 370Z. But of course, we're seeking to really save money and have a very good car. So is the 350Z the best drift car for the money? I believe so. Let's go ahead and check all the things. If you want to go pro, may not be the best choice. You can have many other choices like E36, E46, maybe Corvette. Those are pretty good choices, but of course it's going to be way more modifications and money. The prices, what I saw on the market, if you buy something from the Action, you may be able to find something for $2,500. Maybe doing some repair, and maybe you can have it cheaper. And if you're gonna do as extensive modifications, may be a good option, because with just body work or something like that, maybe you can delete the quarter panel, you can delete many other things on the front. So that is an option. On the case of the Action, if you would like to buy something from the Action, I can help you with that. So you can message me, and I could give you all the information. So you can hit me up with whatever you're looking for, and I can help you to find the right car for you, and even delivery at your door. So that's pretty much my main business right now. Okay, let's go to the topic. Basic drift modification needed to hit the track, in my opinion. Of course, there could be a lot of little things that you could do to really improve that experience, but pretty much this is where the most of the money is, and it's just to have an idea how much you're gonna spend on a car. Okay, let's assume that it's gonna be like $5,000 for the car, and then you have to spend a little angle kit that you're gonna need for better handling. That is gonna cost you about $300. FDF and GK Tech have it for about $350, $200 something, about $300. Okay, so that is, I think that's pretty much needed to get a better steering control when sideways. So that's pretty much recommended. I don't think you can enjoy the car without that. The set of adjustable arms, rear arms, it goes one set for the toe, one set for the camber, and one set for the torsion arms. I think you need to have all of them in order to get a good alignment and get an even tire wear for better rear grip. If not, you're gonna be eating the tire on the inside, and that's gonna be a mess. FDF and GK Tech, they have it for like $700 the whole kit, but on eBay I saw some option for about $280, $300, so I put $300. Yeah, I think that you can search it, and you're gonna be good enough with that. At least you can adjust the camber. Remember, you have to have camber about 0 degrees to be able to have a proper tire wear, so you can use your full tires and you have a complete contact with the ground. Number 3, you need to have a set of true coilovers on the car. Usually on the 350Zs, it's a pretty common option to have true coilovers. Those are about from $600 to $1,000. You can have something cheaper used, but about that price, it is a fair price to that budget. And that is for something decent, used or new. You can buy even cheaper options brand new on eBay. I don't recommend that. I just try to avoid that kind of parts. Number 4, you need to have a decent bucket seat for the car. That makes a huge difference to hold you in place, so you have a proper control. I think you can get one used or new for about 350, or maybe cheaper with the base and everything. Check that because you may be able to find it. That sums up about 7,000. Remember, this is just an estimate. This is not the exact number. It could vary on many details, and this is not the exact list you need to follow in order to have it ready. So I'm gonna do a video on that later with all the details. This is just a little exercise we're doing here for the reason we are choosing 350Z for the drift. Of course, I'm not counting the labor. I'm assuming that you're gonna be doing the labor yourself and you have some mechanical skills and knowledge to be able to do it, or at least be willing to learn it. And that's one of the reasons of the channel. So you can check with us what you can do it, how you can do it, and many other tips that we can provide so you can do it yourself. Okay, welded differential, that is 100% needed. You cannot do it without that. Even having the LSD, you need to have it welded, the LSD, or if it's an open differential, you need to have it welded. I'm not counting that on the cost, but that is a thing that you need to do. That's pretty much labor. You have to find someone else to weld it for you, or maybe you have to pay something to him, but that's pretty much simple. I haven't added to this number. With that number, you can have a drift ready 350Z for track and have fun for about that number. That's a pretty good number for that, so you have a reference. Okay, another good point for this table is the power. The power for the engine, pretty good, pretty consistent, and the wheel torque is pretty consistent too, and you can have a lot of fun with that kind of power. Maybe even to be on some small competitions, and with that power, they're very reliable. You don't have to do much to these cars, except for a few things that we're gonna talk about later. Okay, the other important point that we need to say in this table is the fact that we have a very cheap used parts, and they are available on all junkyards and many other places that you can have a used parts. So that is a very important point, because if you need something, you need to be able to get it cheap and fast. Another thing, extensive aftermarket part support, so you can find many parts. For engine swap kits, on these cases we have a lot of options, and they are really cheap. The common options are for 2JZ and LS platforms, so you can have the whole kit to fit those engines on that car. That is pretty easy. Even you have the adapter for the belt housing to get the OEM 350Z transmission paired with the 2JZ or LS. So you have all that already, very low price compared with all the options. The other good point is the stock drivetrain and manual transmission. They hold a lot of power, so you can be over 600 wheel speed to 1,000, and they hold pretty good that amount of power. So pretty much on transmission, you need to have in mind that transmission 2005 and below are not so strong, so you need to have that in mind. The synchros are the main issues, but pretty much if you want to have a safe, the transmission is got to be from 2005 and up, which are the CD09 transmission, I believe, in the most cases. Another thing, important thing, factory engines, they hold pretty well, forced induction and nitro applications. VQ35DE, which is from 2003 to 2006, it can hold pretty easy 400 and 450 wheel HP without modification, with internal modifications for the engine. And VQ35HR should hold about 500 and 550 wheel HP. Another thing, this is a more modern vehicle than other common options like E36 and 240s, and that usually is a very good advantage, because 240s and E36s, you need to be more pending on repairs, on regular repairs, than on 350Z, because our newer car. So that's the thing that it definitely makes a difference there too. Another key point is that this may not be the best chassis to go pro, but with some serious modifications, I think you can be a very competitive drift car to go pro. So you can escalate the build in the future if you want to. So you can you have a very wide range of things to do with the car. 240s, E36, E46, Corvettes, A86 are excellent options, but usually require more money or require more parts or modifications to make it work on a similar behavior. Well, this is pretty much it. I believe that these are the main thing you need to know to choose if you really want to go the 350Z route to starting the drifting as a beginner or maybe as a pro. We're gonna be posting a lot of things on this car and many details, so if you want to know more information, just subscribe to our channel so you can have a better understanding of what we're doing, and many details that you need to have in mind to have a reliable drift car. See you guys on the next one.